so later. Okay, so before leaving, I wanted to come back on some mistakes I'm still seeing in the game, and I'd like it to stop. I'm still surprised since the meta has been the same over 2 or 3 seasons. I still see some common mistakes. I will go one by one, but it has to be removed from the game, or get rid of at least. So the first one is worldwide barb. I still see barbs like this on Ratma runs. I mean, it's been 2 or 3 seasons now. Everybody knows that charge barb is better, it's going faster, it's more efficient, it makes you safer. I even made a video about it. So please, 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 please stop playing worldwide barb. Even me and even some players which are not really picky, they will refuse you because you play worldwide. Just you have to know that. I will refuse you, but some guys I know as well, some good players, they will refuse you if you play worldwide. So stop fucking playing worldwide barb. It's bad. It's not efficient. It's bad. Maybe it's chill, but don't be like surprised if you're not getting groups while playing worldwide barb. Second point, second mistake. Barb with esoteric. I've seen some barbs playing with esoteric. No, don't play with this fucking gem. You have to play with wrath of lightning gems for several reasons. It's breaking doors, break doors, movement speed, especially when you're getting globes, movement speed, and trigger mobs. It's triggering mobs as well. That's very, very efficient. So it's not the 3 gems, it's always the same. Toxin, Gogok, and Wrath of Lightning. You don't have to change your gems, it's always the same. Either you're running Ratma runs or the classic runs, the meta runs with the wizard, it's always the same gems you're using. Then the third mistake, people not fighting groups and having no Z class. I'm thinking about one guy, one cool guy in my clan, Zeiko. He is struggling to find groups, and because he needs some paragons, yeah, to compete on the monk leaderboard, but he doesn't have a Z Necro. A Z Necro takes maybe 1 or 2 hours to gear up, so if you can't find a group and you don't have support classes, no, that's not possible. Just make support classes. Of course, if you prefer to play DPS, do your best to play DPS and make your own groups, but sometimes some people are just, you won't have the option, and just make a support class. Then you will still make XP. I guess it's better to play support Necro or support Barb than staying in menu, right? Fourth mistakes, Z Barb and doors. I'm still playing with on Ratma runs. When I'm on my Z Necro, I see some guys, some barbs. I'm not even talking about pylon management, etc. I'm talking about these simple things. Open the doors. So the Ratmas won't be stuck or fail dash because you didn't break the doors or open the doors. You're gonna save times overall, so just be mobile and open doors. It's really simple. Fifth mistakes, Ratma DPS. I explained that on one of my previous videos. It's all about moving and targeting elites, but one of the best and the most important thing when you play Ratma DPS is pre-move. As a reminder, let's say you are under Simulacrum, you need to spawn twice on a yellow elite to kill it, which means you have Simulacrum, you target him, full essence, you click once on mages, another time, that's 2 times, which equals to 4 mages on the yellow. You will kill it 100%, the yellow will die, unless it's a Juggernaut though, but if it's a normal one, not Juggernaut, he will die. And what I mean by pre-move, you need to know where you're going to move after killing the elite. So open your eyes, spawn your mages, and pre-move. And pre-move will make your Z gem more efficient as well, because the further you are from the elite, the more DPS you make with the Z gem. So think about this, and I still see some guys, they are improving, but they can still improve and do better timers on Ratma runs by removing. Then 6 points, wormhole. I've done some meta runs yesterday. Wormhole. Of course, it's really annoying, especially for the wizard, but you can manage it. And I made a video on YouTube already, but I still see some boss killer and monk standing on the wizard. That's the worst thing you could do to help the wizard. If there is a wormhole, just go on the right or on the left of it, of the wizard, just to avoid that the wormhole will spawn on the wizard. If you're standing on the wizard, you just multiply the chances for the wormhole to spawn under the wizard, which is the worst case scenario. Then seven mistakes. I've seen a guy yesterday, a monk, playing with stun and immobilize and this kind of secondary on the weapons. You need to avoid any CC secondary on your support monk weapons. If you have any stun or chill effect or whatever, you will fuck up the Lane of the Dead of your boss killer, and obviously you're gonna drop DPS because you will CC the boss before he pops lands, you will DR the boss, and that will be a nightmare, and you will fail, and that will be your fault. So change your weapon. Even if you have a really good weapon with cooldown reduction, speed, etc., all the stats you want, if it has a bad secondary, don't keep it. Or maybe you can keep it for 2 players with wizard. That's an option, but not for 4 players at least. 8 mistakes. That's not really a mistake, but that's something where you can improve. The positioning as a monk, when you have a yellow elite, surround the elite. That's the point. You move to the elite with the wizard, or make space for the wizard to move to it. Surround the elite, which means if you have an elite right in the middle, all the trash are on the left. You need to go on the right of the elite, pull, so all the trash will surround him. It's as easy as that. Last point, I've seen a lot of guys discussing about Z-Necro, which spell to use, Aura or Frailty versus Early Graves. I made a guide about that on Diablo fans. I wrote during 1 hour why Early Grave is way better than Aura, so this is not something I want to discuss again. If you're lazy, you can play Aura, you can play Eternal Torment even, it's gonna be a bit better, but still Early Grave is better for Shock Towers, so you don't have to be close to Shock Towers, you can curse it. The positioning will be better, and yeah. Another good point is the 18% versus the 15%. You have a lot of advantages, I won't list them here, but as a reminder, Early Grave is better. Like, I don't even know why people are still discussing it. If you're going faster than I do with my group or whatever, then I will listen, but otherwise, just keep in mind that Early Grave is better. And finally, and this is probably the most important point, yesterday I joined the group and the 2 DPS went mad about the Barb because the Barb told them that their build was not good, but the Barb was right actually. They had a bad build on their Ratma DPS, and if you want to improve in Diablo, if you want to find good teammates, etc., you have to be willing to change your build. Either you're right and the other are wrong and you're 100% sure about what you're saying, but think about it before you say anything. Is that better to play solo or to be in the menu or play with the guys? Or maybe they are right. I mean, if the guys were rank 1 last season and you're just a casual players, etc., maybe they are right, so you should listen to them. Just keep that in mind.